today. We've reached the first milestone on the road to crowning a champion. The first of our series semi-finals. And after 6 gruelling heats, 6 row-bone nutters have proved themselves worthy in the war zone. They're ready for it. I'm ready for it. And what about you guys? Yes, everybody's ready for it. Let's see how the robots made it this far.
First up, S3, a hammerhead shark of a machine, destroyed Plunderbird 5 and then moved on to Mousetrap. A victory with consummate ease before stunning Stinger in the heat final. Bigger brother have returned with a much more powerful weapon, tip-top out of the arena, and following that by pushing Splinter the same way. They finally finished off 3 stakes to heaven. Wow, the pit. The reigning UK champions Chaos 2 quelled the storm before crashing and bashing the Steel Avenger all the way out of the arena. Chaos 2 were finding their feet, and finally, although it took time, Smithy went the same way. Wild Thing cut through trouble and strife like a knife. Napalm were next up, dispatched the same way. And in the heat final, he KO'd the prize fighter, Mark II. The reigning world champions Razor sliced Big Nipper, then caused marital strife against their partners and widow's revenge. No more hot dinners for them. Finally, they crushed the brave challenge of Rick. They may be world champions, but I know how hungry Razor are to win the UK title. They've never won it thus far. And taking the last place in this semi-final lineup, Spawn again with their much improved flipper. Hydra went, then Evolution were turned out of the arena. And when those battling Irish boys lost sight of the plot, Spawn again rode through to the semi-finals.
As usual, our robots will face a deadly knockout competition, and only the 2 that survive can return for our grand final, Robot Wars, the Armageddon. So do you want to get bashing? Then let's do this thing!
So we have 3 battles for you. The winners obviously go through. The vanquished machines then meet in a loser's melee. Last chance saloon time, the winner of that will also qualify. And bringing you the latest on the nuts and bolts, jars and jolts from the pits, it's Philippa!
Thanks, Jonathan. What a semi-final lineup. I'll be here in the pits to bring you all the behind-the-scenes action as it happens. There'll be drama and tears, and that won't be from the kids, I'm sure. But can Chaos 2 make it through to a 3rd grand final? Who knows? Craig, if you please.
Take cover. This could get nasty. Hey, let the wars begin!
From Dunstall, S3.
It's a weapon on wheels. The cylindrical body houses all the drive and control gear. The front segment is the weapon. It runs either way up. That blade is 20 kilos, 18 inches in diameter, and spins at 1,000 RPM.
Hi, I'm Dave Barker, team captain of the One Royal Associates. Ian Pritchard, Pete Alsop, S3. She runs with a 1,000 RPM disc, 17.5 inch diameter, and it's about 17 kilos.
From Brighton, Bigger Brother.
A nightmare in metal, they say. The CO2 gas-powered ramming spike flipper is certainly the stuff of screaming frightmares. A kilo lighter in this battle, and much slower too.
Hello, my name is Ellie, and this is my brother Joe, and over here is my daddy Ian, and this is our secret weapon, a flipper, and this robot is called Bigger Brother.
Roboteers, stand by.
Look at the S3 team, David Barker, Ian Pritchard and Pete Alsop. And Bigger Brother at the controls, Ian Watts, a broadcast engineer. Dead Metals in the arena for the house robots with the saw and the pincer, the weapon synergy. Sir Killalot fighting alongside with the claws and the lance.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Two machines which have impressed me immensely so far. S3, the team had Sting in a couple of previous series, but nothing like this machine. And Bigger Brother had nothing like this force in previous wars and very nearly flipped S3 out. The pit release button has been depressed. S3 is hanging on by a thread. The pit release button depressed and also hanging off by a thread. What are you doing to our arena out there, you two? Concentrate on each other. Oh, they have done. Nearly both went down the pit, but S3 has done. In a ball of smoke, S3 is gone. When the smoke clears, you can see it. Well, that was hectic mayhem.
S3 in the pit. It didn't take very long at all. Bigger Brother go through. Oh, that didn't go according to plan, did it?
No, not really, no.
Didn't take very long either.
No.
They couldn't get you out of the arena, though, could they?
Nearly.
Oh, no.
I thought we was at one stage, that's high up.
I thought you were going to take the arena wall down as well. You banged right into it. But what a bit of driving as well. He couldn't get you out, so he opens the pit. Bish! You're down it.
Yeah.
Maybe the loser's melee at the end. You might get a place in the final that way.
Hopefully.
You'll be ready for that, will you?
Will we? Definitely.
All right, that's what I like to hear. Fight and talk. Let's hear it, S3! Wasn't that brilliant?
Yeah.
It was... Joe, concentrate. It was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
Yes.
I mean, I know you couldn't get out of the pit, but you didn't out of the arena, but you didn't half try, didn't you?
Yeah.
Why didn't you think you could get it out?
I don't know, maybe it's the balance, the way his weight, it's the balance of his robot. The weight of it is spread in a strange fashion. So when we lifted him up, he came back towards us instead of going out over the side.
Do you ever think you'd get this far?
Not this time, no. I was really happy to win the heat.
Yeah.
I know, wow, this is jam.
If you think about that, one fight away from the Robot Wars final.
Shut up.
Oh, no, I'm just trying to...
Craig Charles, be quiet.
I'm just loving you, watching you go, oh, you start to panic now. Are you excited?
Yes.
Are you going to go all the way?
Yes.
Are you going to win?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to see you do it. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's hear it for Bigger Brother! And little sister. Well done, guys.
Bigger Brother improving all the time. Go through. S3 crash out. Next up, what a battle this will be. Chaos 2 against Wild Thing.
From Bramford, Chaos 2.
Twice UK champions, they hold the title. The CO2 fire extinguisher powered flipper has an even more chaos causing kick. 20 miles an hour top speeds, twice as fast as its opponent here.
Hello, we're the KS2 team. I'm Ian Swan, this is George Francis, the captain, and my son Richard Swan. KS2 this year has got bigger rams for more flipping power and a larger gas bottle to give us more flips. We've won it the last 2 years. Let's hope we can do it for the third year.
From Ash, Wild Thing.
The giant cutting disc is a weighty 12 kilos. It spins at 6,000 RPM with 2 blades, because twice the slice is nice, wedge-shaped, and will go fast on those go-kart wheels.
Hi, we're the Wild Thing team, and I'm Isabel. This is
Jake
and
Nick.
We've been here before, and we've upgraded the robot so we now have a spinner disc, and we aim to win.
Roboteers, stand by.
At the controls of Chaos 2, George Francis has only failed to make the series final once in 4 attempts. Wild Thing, the Addams Family, Nick, Isabel and Jake. In the arena for the house robots, key factor for Dead Metal, the weapon synergy between pincer and saw. Key factor for Shunt in the arena, it hates everything that moves.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Good old battle this, eh? Chaos, nifty, as I said, quicker than Wild Thing. Flipping Wild Thing. In underneath. Wild Thing technically with a 0 ground clearance. That doesn't really matter again. Our poor on pit release. Tyler's come off the arena sidewall. Chaos 2's flipped over. Can right, of course, using that hugely powerful CO2 front flipper at the Sremek. Wild Thing topple once again. This is furious, fast, frenetic action in the Robot Wars semi-final arena. They turn, they twist, they manoeuvre. The buzzer sounds. That means the hit is descending quickly. They have to avoid it here towards Francis and the controls of Chaos 2. Dancing the dance with Wild Things. Nick Adams down to Isabel. And Jake Adams, who've grown up around the Robot Wars arena. Wild Thing under pressure. Semi-finalist in Series 3, beat by Panic Attack. Semi-finalist in Series 4, beat by Hypnotist. Semi-finalists in Series 5, will they be beaten by Chaos 2? Oh, almost turning turtle. But Nick Adams can bring Wild Thing back onto the attack. They slam, they crash. Sparks fly. It's brilliant control. Wild Thing very nearly at Chaos 2 in the pit. Look at that, right on the lip, and George Francis dug in. And the motors burn. And Chaos 2 push back. Just surviving George Francis. In comes Dead Metal, in comes Shunt. Slamming down there onto the top of Wild Thing, almost lost underneath the house robots. Chaos 2 with the flipper wedged in underneath. Wild Thing, moments ago on the verge of victory, now fighting for survival perhaps. Chaos 2 once again bumping and barging. Wild Thing is tossed, will self-right, levering itself up on that arm. Tries to get the 6,000 RPM spinning disc into action. They are still here, courageously fighting back, and Chaos 2 again, toppled onto its side. How did they stay out? How on earth did they survive another onslaught? Look at this. Surely they must go into the pit of oblivion. And George Francis breathes again and lives another Robot Wars life. The clock is ticking down on one of the most bruising and thrilling Robot Wars battles I can ever remember. Fantastic.
What an amazing battle! I wouldn't like to call it. We're going to have to go to the judges while they're making up their minds. Let's review the highlights of that amazing fight.
Where do you start with the highlights? A flip from Chaos 2, and again onto the arena sidewall, and again. Wild Thing, no, you've got no chance on the evidence of this. Topple, twisted and turned, but look at that! Chaos 2 twice surviving the pit. Who has won this? I'm glad I don't have to decide.
The judges have made their decision. Now, you know what they're looking at. They're looking at style, control, damage, and aggression. The one thing I'm surprised about is it's a unanimous decision. And it's gone. It's the Chaos 2! What do you say?
Never mind.
I don't know how that was unanimous. They flipped you over, they flipped you over, they flipped you over. They couldn't get you out of the arena. And then, twice, it looked like you'd got them in the pit. And one time, the second time, it looked like, because you thought they were in the pit, you kind of backed off, didn't you?
Backed off because we thought they were falling in.
Because the pyro went, and you thought they were in the pit, and somehow, miraculously, they kind of... They drove back out. Wasn't that the best fight you've ever been in?
Well, from up here, it was fantastic, and I hope it looks great from the audience, but it was marvellous. A really, really good fight, and it went the whole distance. And we towards the end, I thought we were getting the upper hand, but...
Towards the end, I thought you were the stronger robot.
Yeah,
I thought you were starting to push them around.
Yeah.
You were almost getting them into the pit. The flipper had lost its power, so he wasn't using his flipper. He was on the ropes, man. It was survival.
But he really hits about at the beginning. I guess that's when the punches counted.
Yeah, but look, you're not out yet, you know. You've got one more bite of the cherry.
Yeah,
You're in the losers' melee. And the winner of that will go through to the final.
Let's hope so.
Right. My nerves are like this. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go for Wild Thing! What are you doing to me, George?
That was the most exciting fight I've ever been in. Yeah, in the years I've been doing Robot Wars, that was terrific.
How did you get out the pit?
I'm frantically wiggling the sticks.
I thought you'd gone in. You couldn't get him out the arena, could you?
Willpower.
Willpower. I prayed him out. You couldn't get him over the arena wall.
No, he's a bit of a funny shape to get over the fence, so I couldn't do that. Batteries were dying towards the end, and he was certainly coming back at us towards the end there.
He's got some stamina, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. Terrific robot.
So far, so good. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Chaos 2! Well done.
So, Chaos 2 through, but Wild Thing will battle again in what looks like it's going to be a thrilling losers melee. Razor and Spawn again come into the arena next.
From Bournemouth, Razor.
3 tons of crushability from the part bird beak, part reptilian jaw. The larger front scoop for this series a huge factor too. 17 kilos heavier in this fight. That could be decisive.
I'm Simon Scott, captain for Team Razor.
I'm Ian Lewis, back with Razor, with new thick bodywork, heavier front end, and much better transmission, much stronger.
From East Tilbury, Spawn again.
A lightweight box section 4-wheel driven machine gives very fast 25 miles an hour top speeds. The CO2 powered front flipper can toss a small tank. Yes, we've seen it done.
Hi, we're Team Spawn again. I'm Darren, this is Luke. The Essex boys are back with an all-new robot. We're faster, more powerful, and we've got a full ball pressure, 1000 PSI flipper, like Chaos, only bigger. And this time, anyone who comes near us is going into orbit.
Roboteers, stand by.
The reigning world champions Simon Scott, Ian Lewis and Vinnie Blood with Razor. Against them, Darren Ball and Luke Jackman and Spawn again. Shunts in the arena with the axe and the scoop and the menace. Sergeant Bash is there as well with the flamethrower and the pincers and the bad mood.
3, 2, 1.
What action we've already seen. What's in store for us here? Razor on the attack, immediately slicing down through the front flipper of Spawn again and pushing it against the arena sidewall. And I feared all along the extra weight of Razor would be crucial here. And I don't think Spawn again can get away from their peril. Semi-finalists of Series 3 with the Scutter's Revenge machine. Semi-finalists with Spawn and Scudder in Series 4. And to me, Spawn again are going to fall at the same hurdle. For Darren Ball driving, for Luke Jackman there with him as well. And Razor with Ian Lewis at the controls, and there's the weapons operator and team captain Simon Scott. Have victory in sight. Piercing and penetrating with the beak. Grappling with the front scoop. They use it as a jaw, they get in underneath there. Spawn again with a very small ground clearance, but wide enough for Razor to get in underneath. And poor old Darren, he's got a fight on his hands here to stay alive. They're on the border of the CPZ, the corner patrol zone. It means that Sergeant Bash and Shunt can attack. You get pushed into the CPZ. If you're new to Robot Wars, it means the house robots can have a go at you, basically. Razor trying to have a go at Spawn again. We'll have to give chase. Spawn again turns, comes in on the attack. Side by side, they strut their stuff. No flipper. No flipper. Confirmation from the Spawn again team that the weaponry is gone. What should we do? Press the pit release and maybe seek a merciful release by going down into the pit yourselves. I don't think so. I think it's just bad driving. But Razor will take advantage, and down goes Spawn again. And Razor, the world champions, go through to the next fight.
Bite the dust. The world champion just one step away from a place in the UK finals. Razor go through. What can I say, Mum? What are you saying? What are you saying?
Well, what can we say? I can't believe the thing was still running after that, but...
I know, we went right the way through, yeah.
We said, we'll go for the pit and see what happens, and it died just as I got by the pit, and that was it.
Hey, how'd you feel?
I want my mum.
You want your mum? And I tell you what, you couldn't lose to a better robot, though.
No, I don't think so.
You've got to go out to the double world champions.
And I tell you, mate, you've had some fun here, haven't you?
You certainly have this year. It's been good, yeah.
Yeah. We'll see you again, won't we?
Definitely.
We'll definitely be back.
Definitely.
All right, guys, hey, let's hear it. Spawn again! Spawn again! Hey!
Wow. That was a laugh, wasn't it?
It's going according to plan. Can you believe you're only one fight away from the finals? Now, this is heady heights for you. You've never been here before.
Yeah, and we were being gentle as well.
You were being... that's you being gentle. Don't kiss me on the cheek.
We knew there was, not a lot in the front, so we thought, well, we'll bite that a bit and give the guys
you certainly made a mess of that.
Yeah. I think we got one of the gearboxes.
Is it all going to end in tears, though? Are you going to break down on me again?
I'm going outside then, I tell you. We always break it, Craig.
And when you do break it, you throw your toys out the pram as well.
You're damn right.
Last time he broke it, he wouldn't talk to me, but I
was gone. Forget it, I ain't talking to him.
So come on, guys. A prediction. Are you going to do it?
Yeah, it's Razor's year. We thought last year it was going to be third time lucky, but the thing is, things happen in threes, and that was our third breakdown. Yeah, so we got it out of the way now.
Alrighty, so marching on to the final with the mighty Razor. Go ballistic for Razor!
Razor rules okay, look pretty good to me there as they go through, but what a loser's melee we have for you now. Spawn again, Wild Thing, and S3.
God knows what this is going to be like. It's going to be absolute chaos in there. In fact, I think that's the one robot that's not in there. The loser melee. Spawn again. You've repaired all your damage from the last battle.
Yep, we have. Well, some of it anyway.
And how are you feeling about this?
We'll find out in a minute, I think.
As I said, I think you've just got to watch your backs. Now, this phenomenal driver here, are you going to take the others out? Of course you are.
Yeah, sure, we're just going to go completely, ballistic and wild.
Wild.
And out of control and just...
But have you got the weaponry to take the others out?
Yeah, sure we have. We can push them around. I mean, that's a weapon. You don't just have to smash them to bits.
OK, you don't just have to smash them to bits. How do you feel about those other robots?
Not too bad. Not too bad. It could have been worse.
Well, OK, it could have been worse. But what's it going to be like with three of you in there?
I think we're really going to have to watch our back with these pair. I think we are.
2 flippers.
2 flippers. And 3. I make 3 flippers. I can't wait for this. I think it's going to be fantastic. You're all going to be in bits.
Roboteers, stand by.
What will happen here to Spawn again? Darren Ball and Luke Jackman roughed up by Razor in their last battle. Wild Thing beaten by the judges, and Chaos 2 and S3 in the pit by Bigger Brother. Nick Adams at the controls of Wild Thing, Pete Alsop with the S3 controls. Sergeant Bash, uncontrolled, flamethrower and pincers. Totally out of control. Shunt will try and get you totally out of here.
3, 2, 1.
It'll be mayhem. S3 moves from the right-hand side. Spawn again coming in from the left. S3 in the middle at the moment, spinning away, trying to get that hugely powerful, vertically mounted disc into play on the front of Spawn again. Slicing, bashing. Wild Thing took damage. So did Spawn against front flipper. Previously already damaged by Razor. Well, they're gang up on Wild Thing, it would seem here. Is it a process of elimination? Gang up on one, then take on t'other. Wild Thing squeezes between the two. There we can see Nick Adams at the controls. Chasing down on Spawn again. The S3, 1,000 RPM, 20 kilo, 18-inch diameter snatch weapon, they call it, the spinning blade. Rotating, looking fearsome. Spawn again, momentarily silenced and stilled. Up goes its flipper, down goes the pit, released there. S3 on the charge on Wild Thing. Who's nearest the pit? Wild Thing dances away. What is that next to the pit? Something's come off. S3 on the attack. It's Spawn again being counted out by the ref bot. These two will be left to fight it out then for a place In the next battle, Spawn again. They've been counted out by the ref bot. We're down to 2. Wild Thing and S3, only one to survive. They're in the same control pod. Wild Thing, the aggressor, the more experienced here of the two, I would say. Previous semi-finalists on 2 occasions. S3 has the weaponry. Spawn again has the long way home via the pit, says Sergeant Bash. Down you go. That's the last we'll see this series of Spawn again. And I think the judges will have to decide the winners of S3 and Wild Thing. Who stays in? Who goes out? I don't have to make the decision. The real brains do.
What an amazing battle. Excellent drive, and Spawn again refuses to be born again. Consigned to the pit of oblivion. It's down to the judges on Wild Thing and S3.
S3 got an attack there, and once again Wild Thing took damage from Spawn again and was on the receiving end, but came back strongly to push S3 into the CPZ twice, and then against the arena sidewalk. Certainly for me, Wild Thing the aggressor at the end.
The judges have made a decision. One robot has a tick, the other one has a nasty cross. Now, they've been looking at style, control, damage and aggression. And on control and style, Wild Thing won. But they said that the damage inflicted by S3 to Wild Thing was so great, they've gone for S3! You're being very gracious. You were about that much away from beating Chaos 2.
Well, that's right. That was a great fight. This was a good one, too. And S3 were better than I expected them to be. They must have tweaked their drive system or something. But the blade, yeah, it's caused some damage to our robot. I don't know how much, but...
It's kind of ripped it apart, really.
Well, no, that's
the whole of the, sort of, whole of the right-hand side
nothing
seems...
inside there, but just like in the other fights, we were all over them at the end.
You've got these long-lasting batteries in yours. It just goes on and on and on towards the end.
They pushed them down one CPZ down, and then down to the other end again. And I think they got a bit of damage.
That's why you won on control, you know. You had a second bite of the cherry in the melee, having lost to Chaos 2, and you haven't pulled it off. You're great competitors, a lovely team. The audience love you. Let's go crazy for Wild Thing!
I can hear a fat lady singing.
Yeah, you are cutting it fine, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, no, well, yeah.
Cutting it fine. Now, absolutely. Who would you not want to fight in the melee? Chaos 2, Bigger Brother, or Razor? I'm just going to let you think about that, OK? Because you haven't got a choice about it. It's got to come out of the hat and you've got to fight one of them. Ladies and gentlemen, what a robot! S3!
So S3 join 3 very experienced machines. Chaos 2 will meet Bigger Brother, Razor will meet S3, and the 2 winners go through to the series final.
4 robots survive, but only 2 can go through to our grand final at the end of the series. I'll tell you what, this is where things turn nasty.
Paul in the makeup. Ellie hasn't had her hair brushed for the big fight. You're playing for a place in the grand final and you haven't had time to brush your hair, have you?
What a terrible father. Completely.
What a terrible father, but you've brought them this far. We think he's a good dad, don't we?
Yes!
Oh,
that's
woken the sound man up then. Now look, you're up against Chaos 2, Ellie. The most ferocious, amazing robot Wars has ever seen. How do you feel?
Quite confusing. Ellie. Quite confusing.
Quite confusing. It is quite confusing. Joe, are you going to get him?
Yes.
Can you flip the mighty flipper of Chaos?
Yes.
I knew you would be able to. Now, you 3. It's been a long journey.
It has, and it's getting longer, I think.
journey. Yeah. That's a good robot.
It is, yeah.
Improved, isn't it?
It's much improved.
Yeah, brilliant.
I mean, it really is the battle of the flippers. Who's got the most powerful statistically?
I don't know. We're about to find out, I think.
We are going to enjoy this. Good luck. Good luck. See you on the other side.
Chaos 2 with George Francis at the controls, Ian Swan and his son Richard in there with him. And bigger brother with Dad Ian Watts, Joe and Ellie. The kids have to face up to Sir Kill-A-Lot. Oh, what a thought. That's not bad enough. The Grizzly Sergeant Bash is in there as well.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Winner of this goes through to the grand final. The loser gets absolutely nothing, and Bigger Brothers, formidable flipper, outflips Chaos 2, who are unbeaten in the last 2 series of UK domestic robot wars. But Bigger Brother, for me, is by far the more aggressive. Will Chaos 2 pace themselves better, though? Trying to get in underneath Bigger Brother. Chaos 2 has a 10mm ground clearance. Little Joe at the weapons of Bigger Brother will try to get in underneath Chaos 2 and flip. Chaos 2 has 0 ground clearance. The brother is turned topside, rights itself again. They crash and bash. Ellie tries to peer through the plexiglass up there in our control booth to get a better angle on the fight. Her brother Joe isn't doing a bad job at all with the weaponry of Bigger Brother, and Chaos 2, I wonder if they can flip themselves here. Have they run out of CO2 power? It is not a limitless supply. Rolled over again, and once more, the pit release button has been depressed. I think Chaos 2 are out of CO2 gas, and so does he. George Francis knows his reign here as British champion is about to end. Sensational. Bigger Brother, once a previous semi-finalist. Outclassed surely in this series of Robot Wars? No. They're about to make the grand final. History is made. Chaos 2 is toppled. George Francis out. Major shot.
What a sensational result! The two-time and reigning UK champions, Chaos 2, are out of the competition. The winner, Bigger Brother! Guys, hey, you've led a quite charmed life in this competition, actually.
I think that's true to say.
A lot of people think the result you got over Wild Thing was quite controversial. You just couldn't do it, could you?
Luck finally ran out.
Your luck
brilliant
finally
robot,
ran out.
Yeah.
How do you feel, George?
Happy. Robot performed well. Got beaten by a better robot. Simple as that.
How come you couldn't get back up?
I think I was run out of gas.
What's the future now for Chaos 2?
Don't know. It's getting outclassed these days.
Yeah.
Might be time for another one.
Retire him and build another robot?
Quite possibly, yeah.
Hey, you think so?
Yeah.
How are you? You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Disappointed?
Little.
Yeah, a little disappointed, but I tell you what, you had a good run again, didn't you?
We did, yeah.
Yeah. And some amazing fights, some of the best fights in Robot Wars history. That fight against Wild Thing could go down in the annals, won't it, of history?
Very exciting.
Very exciting fight. Ladies and gentlemen, please, gallant losers, Chaos 2! Yes! Isn't that brilliant?
Yeah.
Oh, are you excited?
Yeah.
They were 2 times British champions, weren't they? Well, you've beaten them once before, haven't you?
Yeah.
He's done a bit better now. He beat us the previous time. How many times is it, George? Now I've forgotten. It's a couple of times we met before, I think. So this will be the 3rd. That's a decider then. We're one up.
What he said, you were holding on to your gas.
Yeah.
Is that the tactic you were using?
Afraid so, George. Yeah. We knew you didn't have many hits, and I told Joe to lay it off. So we knew we'd end up with more gas at the end. So we were hoping for a long fight, and that's the way it ended out. But better than I hoped.
Hey.
Whoa!
You're in the Robot Wars Grand Final!
Yes!
Hey! It's a long way. It's been a long competition.
My nerves can't stand it anymore.
Oh, your nerves?
We just can't believe it.
You just can't believe it. And neither can we. Ladies and gentlemen, Bigger Brother!
Oh, goodness me, bigger brother are through to the grand final. Chaos 2 are away and out of it. Razor against S3 next up.
It's going to be a tactician's battle, I think, between these two. First-time robot, very, very, very experienced robot. How do you feel about being up against Razor?
Well, when we managed eventually to qualify, we had a quick chat in the pits, as you do. We all said, yeah, what we really want to go up against is that beaky, pointy, spiky thing over there. I don't think so.
But it's happened. You're up against it. Who's doing the driving?
Me. My fault.
Of course, as ever. Driving really counts now, doesn't it?
Yes,
We've seen
definitely.
that time and time again. So you must be feeling awful.
Yes, I do. Very much so. Haven't seen the last of her.
Pressure's on.
It is very much.
Good luck. I can see you shaking from here. Oh, bless your heart. They're fine. They're absolutely fine. How are you guys?
Pretty good. I mean, I run straight at the front of that thing. If they keep the front into us, I don't care. I just go straight at it.
Yeah?
Yeah, we can take we've taken a few knocks in the past, and the machine's well shaken down now, so that's always been a thing in our past, I think.
Well shaken down now.
Yeah, that's our past failings have been down to that, I think. Because you get a new piece in there, and it takes a bit of a knock and a shake, and it all breaks. It's silly.
OK, Razor is well shaken down. S3, understandably nervous. Enjoy.
Just well shaken.
Well shaking. Enjoy.
Roboteers, stand by.
Razor, world champion. Simon Scott, Ian Lewis and Vinnie Blood on the left there. And S3, so competitive. Pete Alsop at the controls on the right-hand side with David Barker and Ian Pritchard. Dead Metal will be hungry for action. May not get a chance, though. And will Shunt make an impression? Or will it be all about Razor and S3?
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Let me remind you, this is for a place in the grand final. Razor, they have never won the UK domestic title. They are so desperate to win it. S3, who came through the losers' melee, let me remind you, on a judge's decision on damage and aggression. Slammed into by Razor into the CPZ and taking punishment from Shunt, and Razor's beak has penetrated the body of S3. The cylindrical body is held high. I've described this as a hammerhead shark. It is a mere minnow, gobbled up by the big fish that is Razor. They were in the right place at the right time. And this is a whale of a time for the Razor boys. And S3 are heading for the depths of despair. And Davy Jones's Robot Wars lockup, sliced by Dead Metal. And a grisly end to worthy competitors. They fought before as Sting, but this S3 machine looked far more competitive and deadly. It's a credit to Pete Alsop and Ian Pritchard and David Barker. And they're still fighting, and they still want more. What a series semi-final this has been. Razor in, chasing and pursuing and nagging. S3 driven against the side wall, into the CPZ. Dead Metal awaits. The pincers close. You need to get it out from that mess. Razor still on the chase. In comes Shunt with the diamond edge axe. I wonder if we'll see the flourish of victory from Razor we've become so accustomed to seeing. Pete Alsop, a plasterer by trade. Maybe we'll go out and get plastered tonight to commiserate with his friends. And will the celebratory champagne be on the Razor boys? In squeezed and penetrated and pained S3. Under the cosh from Dead Metal. Still looking for more. Grisly and grotesque damage is Ian Lewis, a design engineer at the controls of Razor. So experienced. What can you do, S3? They're all after you. Into the CPZ again. The big vertically mounted disc has stopped spinning. The hopes have stopped surely for S3. damage limitation. Just alive. The clock counts down. Razor squeezes. The judges will have to decide because they are still manoeuvrable. But we know which way it's going to go, don't we?
What a foul! What a foul! However, both robots are still mobile, so for what it's worth, we're going to have to go the judges. If they make the wrong decision now, oh, I'm resigning.
So they look as if they're going to make the wrong decision. No, they can't, surely, can they? It was relentless, the Razor pressure. S3 was smoking, on fire, chased, pursued, damaged, ripped, torn, shredded, sliced. This has to be Razor through to the UK final for the first time.
Well, the judges have made their decision. You know, I know. They've gone for Razor! Guys, you didn't stand a chance. He just came at you straight away.
There was a chance. It was just a very, very small chance.
Oh, no, what I meant was, I mean, I was actually scared for them, because I reckon that circular saw of yours could have done an awful lot of damage to them, you know? But they just came right at you and grabbed hold of you straight away, picked you up. Then started toasting you, parading you around the war zone.
Yeah, we should have laid down and died, I think, and just, but no, we kept going.
And then they gave us a dead metal, they started trying to slice you. And it was just, oh...
Excellent. Good roboteering.
Amazing roboteering. Gallant losers. Ladies and gentlemen, please, go ballistic. S3! Come on! Hey! The heady heights!
Yeah, we're trying to break it. We're trying to break it. Yeah.
I thought that was excellent driving. I mean, and just sheer power.
Simon had to judge the arm well as well, though. I mean, that's a tough machine.
They took a lot of damage, but they were still kind of going.
Yeah,
you know. I mean, were you looking for the important parts inside it?
We found the most important part pretty quickly, which was their weapon. That's what we were worried about. If they caught us, we've seen what they've done to all the other opponents they've come up against, and it's a fantastic weapon. But we took that out really quickly, but their drives held up brilliantly. They were still mobile.
You're through to the grand final?
Yeah!
World first. Hey, the first time you're the world champions. You've never, ever got this far in the UK Championship. Now, are you starting to believe?
We've come to a lot of finals, and we tend to sort of sail it and just see how it goes. We feel great for where we are at the moment.
Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. The world champions, the mighty Razor! Well, they haven't broken down, and they've fought their cause, and they've made the final on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.